Congratulations, counselor. Yet another win.
You're the famous Yoshilomax.
I don't know what it is you did, but I can promise you, he is going down.
But where have I heard that before?
Miss Lomax is now considered a fugitive of the United States. Catching fugitives is my business, which makes her my suspect.
Here's a letter from the mayor on Louis Santana's behalf. There's cash in there as well.
Mr. Santana is to be released upon processing. I can be disbarred for life and in prison for this.
Would it be easy to get rid of?
It's as good as gone.
So let's toast to success.
Good evening, everybody! It's your boy, Evan Hollywood. It's the Evan Hollywood Experience. It is the 27th of September. About to be the 28th. Welcome to the show, Evan Hollywood Experience. We are live on YouTube, Twitch, not TikTok tonight, Facebook. And we're going to be talking about the industry and a couple of topics that we have here today that is trending. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. What's up, Latrice? For some reason, I had a frog in my damn throat, and I couldn't do my normal interest. But one of the chaps, you can hear me. Latrice, long time no see. And we got some things to talk about tonight. Number one is somebody sent something to me that we're going to go over. And that is about Charlie Kirk's wife, Erica Kirk. So people want to know. Erica Kirk it hasn't even been 2 weeks. She's already got her own podcast. She took over the CEO of her husband's company. Candace Owens keeps coming back with all this information, saying that this so-called unaliver wasn't even in the facility that day, and she wants to report. Candace Owens, like I said, she had to be screwing this guy. Candace Owens had to be screwing this guy. We'll get to her. Cardi B said that she asked her mother to pray for her because she feels some demonic energy coming around this baby. Now, whenever you ask your mama to pray for you, you must be feeling something. And she's saying that a lot of ops have been wishing bad things on her kid, wishing bad things happen to her. Like I said, man, this fandom of 2025 is just, they be doing way too much. They be doing way too much. They act, they wish stuff on you, like they act like they know you. Right? So they're doing way too much with that. Doja Cat, we're going to talk about Doja Cat. They did her little numbers after the first day like they did Cardi B. Now remember, Doja Cat's album did get leaked about 6 hours in advance. But right now it's looking like Doja Cat, we're going to discuss the numbers, but Doja Cat's numbers ain't looking that great. I know everybody said, Doja Cat's coming to clear Cardi B. Well, it is not looking like that right now. Right? And of course, we have the topic of the night. Jesus, I keep clearing my throat. We have a topic of the night, and the reason why this is a topic is because now two people have come out and made this statement. First, it was Elliot Wilson, and I guess you have to say, well, Elliot Wilson, him and Nicki Minaj don't get along, so you would pretty much expect him to make a comment like this. But then Ray Daniels put out there how he made this comment over a year ago. And Ray Daniels has been known to be very biased for Nicki Minaj. So I thought it was very interesting. And that comment was, does Cardi B make better music or more impactful music than Nicki Minaj? Now, we're not talking about rap. What's up, BBBBB? We're not talking about rap. We're not talking about whether her flow is better. We're not talking about who has more money. We're not talking about who has more hits. We're talking about albums, right? Now, I know Cardi B's only put out 2 albums, but a lot of people are now, and now you have 2 guys in mainstream that are saying they feel as though Cardi B puts out better albums. So we're going to go over that. And we're going to get into exactly what they're saying. I have a video that I want to show. And we want to get into why they're saying that. They had their reasons for saying, and we're going to get into it. Let me see who's in here. Caitlin Davis. B's in the building. Tar Wood is in the building. Just make sure that y'all can hear me clearly. Jessica, hey, what's up, Jessica? Sharice, Tangela, and Reese is my moderator for now, at least. You know, Reese be up out of here. So Candy was here. I don't know whether Candy's still here. So we're going to get into those things. Now, first thing I want to get into is something very interesting that somebody sent to me. Let's see. Let's just talk about Erica, what's her face, and get her out the way, right? Where is it? Miss Erica Kirk. We're going to talk about Erica Kirk real quick. That is Charlie Kirk's widow. Now, everybody saw her with Trump, and everybody was like, why does Trump keep kissing her and kissing on her forehead and kiss on her cheek? And then she looked at Trump in his eyes and put her head on Trump, and Trump bit his bottom lip. Now, you're supposed to be consoling this woman. Trump went and bit his bottom lip when he was hugging this woman. So her name is Erica Kirk. And this page called Antunes, right? Let me put this banner. Let me make my first banner. It's going to be Charlie Kirk, right? So they want to know that Charlie's body ain't even cold yet, and still this broad is yucking it up, right? I mean, of course, we're not saying that she isn't sad or what have you, right? Come on, man. So it says this might be unpopular, but I find it very weird how a widow has stepped into the CEO role, delivered 2 speeches, one at a stadium memorial where Charlie's parents weren't even present, and is already going on podcasts just 2 weeks after her husband was assassinated, instead of being home with her 2 young children who lost their dad. And then you see, look at me. You see what I put down there? She sacrificed him for fame. That has been my take all along. Now, we all know how the industry gets down, and this woman wanted to be a part of the entertainment industry. That's just a fact. While Charlie was doing the conservative podcasting, and he wanted her to be the stay-at-home, do-what-I-say wife, well, from what I was hearing, that's not really what she wanted to do. And you can mark my words, this girl is going to get into the entertainment business. She's going to have a media. She's not going to be in politics. She's going to have a media show of some sort or something like that. Remember when it first, from the beginning, right? What's up, Latrice? From the beginning, she put right up at the forefront and said she's taking over as the CEO. These pods or whatever she's going to be doing. And I'm telling you right now, after the first year, she's going to change. She's going to change her niche. And she's going to say something along the lines of, I have closure now. It's just too painful to continue on. And exactly what Charlie was doing, it makes me think of him, and I'm too sad. And I think the best thing to do is to move in a total another direction. Watch what I tell you. Watch what I tell you. And she's going to say, I think it's best we move in a total different direction. She might pop up in somebody's movie. This woman wants to be in the entertainment business. So the question now becomes, was Charlie Kirk his wife's sacrifice? Was Charlie Kirk his wife's sacrifice? And usually when something like this happens, you usually find out, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. You usually find out very quickly. You usually find out very, very quickly whether this woman was the beneficiary. What's up, Mr. Smith? Whether this woman was the beneficiary of Charlie Kirk. I would love to see Charlie Kirk's will. I would love to see Charlie Kirk's insurance policy. I guarantee you she's the sole beneficiary. Now, this is all opinionated. I'm too smart. You're not going to sue me. You're not going to get me in trouble. It's all opinionated. Thank you, Sharice. But I think it'd be very interesting to see Charlie Kirk's insurance policy. We already found out that he was worth what, like $10 million, $12 million, right? We're gonna see. Hold on. Did Charlie Kirk have a life insurance policy? Let's see. You have one or what? They don't want to tell me? They don't want to tell me. I'm sure he had one. I'm sure he had one. And it actually said he just received the life insurance check in the mail. She just received the life insurance check in the mail. That's what someone said. She took out a hold on here. Erica Kirk took out a massive life insurance policy. Hold on. Let's do this here. Okay. Remember, this is all alleged. This is all this is all alleged, folks. Well, let's go over to this page here. This is all alleged, folks. We're just asking questions. I'll be able to research this. Somebody can research it if they want. Erica Kirk took out a massive life insurance policy on Charlie earlier this year. Now, a lot of people would say, well, it's because he kept getting death threats. And that's the reason why she did it. Charlie Kirk's life insurance policy was increased from $1 million all the way up to a whopping $5 million as new questions as to motivation and whether there was a connection between her and the shooter. And people are saying, yeah, that's probably why she was so quick to forgive him. We might have some action. Remember, Erica Kirk was so quick to forgive. What's up, Jamina? Erica Kirk was so quick to forgive Charlie's murder, remember? Now we're just asking questions. Erica, were you so quick to forgive Charlie's murder because you hired him? I didn't say she hired him. I'm asking a question. I'm just asking a question. You know, y'all like conspiracy theories, right? Y'all like conspiracy theories. Was Erica so quick to forgive Charlie Kirk's murder because she hired him? Interesting. Wild theory about Erica Kirk. Okay? Here we go. I'll keep this short because I don't have a wide range of support to this theory. It's more so of an odd feeling I had after about 3 days of the shooting until now. Erica Kirk had Charlie unalived, and she will run for president in the coming years. No one ever talked about her before this fiasco, and that's what I said. And now all this stuff is coming out about her now. Her resume is stacked. How successful she's been throughout her life. All of her accomplishments are finally coming to light. Everyone knew who Charlie was, and honestly, he probably would have eventually ran for president. The spotlight has suddenly turned to Erica, someone no one really talked about. And she's now CEO of Charlie's Legacy. Support for Turning Point USA has never been greater. And I think this whole thing is odd and unnatural. I see her.
I'm going to go to bed at 11:40. Okay?
Tomorrow we're doing the reactions.
Okay. Love you. Good night.
Later. I see her being a prominent figure.
11:40, I'll go to bed, okay? Or 11:30.
Okay. In the near future, and it's probably all part of the plan. Wouldn't be surprised if she runs for president in the near election or two. After all, a female Republican is probably what the country will need to win the next unanimously. They're setting her up for success. What do y'all think of that? I bet you that wasn't on your bingo card. I bet you nobody ever really thought about that. But I've been thinking about it. Oh, man, oh, man. What are they talking? Look at these people here. Erica Kirk caught running sex trafficking ring. What's this now?
Trump. Okay, want to know something really weird? So she had said in a podcast that she had never competed in pageants and had never done any modeling before until one day she receives an invitation in the mail to become a model and start doing pageants. And the pageants that she started doing were Miss USA pageants owned by Trump. So she modeled for Trump. She was one of Trump's pageant girls. But did you know that she was also a casting director at the same time that she was doing all of this stuff for Trump? Now, she doesn't specify on her website if she worked as a casting director for Trump, but around the time that she was claiming to be a casting director, she also owned a ministry that was working with the U.S. military in Romania. The area in Romania where she was operating this ministry had a bunch of locals accusing these evangelical ministries of kidnapping children and trafficking them out of the country. These children were being found in the UK, in Israel, and were also being sent to undisclosed private islands. Locals demand.
So, Jamina said she's from Romania, and she said it's fake. No, so are these people saying this? Most people realize that Charlie was groomed as a kid. Now, maybe that stuff is fake. However, them pictures and them modeling pictures, those weren't fake. So maybe the stuff about the sex trafficking is fake. They're adding it on as a conspiracy theory. But those pictures, those were definitely her. I've also heard the father worked for Raytheon and has some sort of connection to Israel. Can anyone confirm this? It goes all the way back to the 80s and 90s. Most people don't realize that Charlie Kirk was groomed as a kid at the age of 18. He was approached by a 72-year-old market executive and a 73-year-old financer to start a propaganda mill. Interesting. What's up, Sexy 60? Interesting. So, oh, that's crazy. What's up, Sexy 60? So people are now starting to side-eye. Make sure you'll hit that like button coming through the door. Hit the like button coming through the door, please. People are now starting to side-eye Erica Kirk. People are now starting to side-eye Erica Kirk. And then her and Trump, with all of this weird interaction, she kept putting her head on Donald Trump's. Now, of course, he could have just been consoling her. But Trump then going to go and, hey, what's up, Mimi? Trump going to go and then bite his bottom lip. And it's like, what? So let's see what other stuff. Erica Kirk's ring, they're talking about it. Little Charlie named CEO. Makes me uneasy. Who Erica Kirk was Miss Arizona 2012. So like I said to y'all, now I didn't even know that. Who owned the pageant? Donald Trump. Donald Trump. You see, they're keeping that very quiet. Hey, Jocelyn. So you see, they're keeping that very quiet. This woman here was in pageants. And now, what did I just tell you a few seconds ago? This woman wants to be in the entertainment industry, and she always has been. I didn't even know about the pageants, but I came on here just now and said, I heard that she wanted to always be in the entertainment industry. Charlie did not want her in the entertainment industry. He wanted her as like the stay-at-home Christian wife that backed him and everything that he did. But she was in pageants in the early 2000s, in the mid-2000s, that were owned by Donald Trump. They were owned by Donald Trump. Her father was the architect for the Trump Tower. There's definitely some history between Trump and their family. All the breadcrumbs lead to or from a child sexual abuse, child trafficking, and Donald Trump. So, yes, Jocelyn, yes. So I came in here with a question of, was Charlie Kirk sacrificed as an industry sacrifice? Because all of a sudden now, this woman who nobody ever knew, and remember, she tried to do modeling. She tried to get into the industry as an actress. She was in pageants, and nothing worked out for her. She wasn't able to blow up. She just, I believe they said, even though this doesn't mean anything, but I believe she said several weeks prior to this guy getting killed, she increased the insurance policy from 1 million to 5 million. Now, it could have just been a coincidence. It could have been because he was getting several death threats. But what she did was, or him, either or, one of the two, enhance that life insurance from 1 million to 5 million. So, and then we start finding out all this information, all this backstory with her and Trump hugging her and biting his bottom lip and doing all this craziness. Here it is. Erica Francie Kirk. She was married before. The actress. Okay, before anyone jumps on my back about this, remember that you are in a conspiracy forum. That being said, something feels very off. It feels like it's all theatrics and really bad acting. I haven't ever seen a sliver of what seems to be authentic grief. Either times we've been Erica during the past 11 days. And I told you, she's a beauty pageant, and I told you that, look at Trump biting his lip. I told everybody this girl wanted to be an actress. Look at Trump. Look at Trump when he's hugging. And look at the girl, what she said. Who the hell makes this face when hugging a grieving widow? Look at Donald Trump. Look at this dude's face. He's biting his bottom lip. Look at him. Look at that pig. Like they said, who makes that face? What's up, Bad Wolf? Who makes that face looking out at the crowd like, yeah, look who I got my arms? Who looks at the crowd and bites his bottom lip when he's hugging a grieving widow? So Charlie Kirk, when you add all this stuff up, now you got Candace. Yeah, he's looking excited. Now you got Candace Owens. When did the small box turn into a thumbnail? I don't know. The whole thing is very fishy, Darius. The whole thing is very fishy. So the question is, and then we got Candace Owens coming out making all these accusations, saying that she don't believe that this guy was even in the facility when Charlie got unalived. And you know that is Candace's side piece. That's my opinion. Allegedly, he was knocking it down. They wasn't just friends. Because Candace is going harder for him than she ever does her husband. She's still talking about him, and she's not going to let this die. She said she's never going to let it die until the truth is out. That looks like AI. No, that's not AI. That's not AI. I saw the video live. If you go back and look at the video of him bringing her out, it says Trump brings out Erica Kirk. Watch the video. He really did that. He really did that. That's real. That's absolutely real. Because people were saying, who does that? Like, why is he making that face? And he kept kissing her, and she kept putting her head on his shoulder, and he put her back, kiss on her head, kiss on her cheek. And then the first time he tried to kiss on the side of the mouth. Let me see if I can find that video. Trump, Erica Kirk kiss. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's go into this real quick. Share screen. Here we go. So this is from a video.
Could I ask Erica, please come out? Erica, please come out. Thank you.
Look at the second kiss. He tried to get on the mouth. And she kind of turned it towards us, and he got the side of the mouth. See? It's not AI. There it is. That's not AI. Look at him. That's the same as that pose. It's not AI. That pig is enjoying this hug. See that? That is not AI. There's the exact picture from that website. Look at him. Keeps kissing her. He's gonna keep hugging Trump. Very, very cringy. Very cringy. Very, very cringy. The more and more I see this, and now I'm finding out, the more and more I'm finding out about Charlie Kirk's wife. I don't know, guys. Y'all can let me know down in the comments what you think. Everybody that's watching on the replay. Yep, I saw it. But what they try to do is say, oh, no, that's not the devil horns. That's the I love you sign. That's the I love you sign. In sign language, that means I love you. The devil horns, you don't have up the thumb, is what they said. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. Of course, you don't see it because you don't want to show anything that has to do with possible devil worship. Have your brother review Superman on his show? And which episode we did? I saw it and I was and it was not the greatest. I want to see his take. Oh, I'll ask him, Jocelyn. I don't know whether he did or not, but thank you for supporting. Jocelyn really supports the channel. Like, she doesn't just support my show, which I'm glad she does, but she also supports Real Talk, which comes on every Monday, and we really appreciate you, Jocelyn. You're one of the few that actually goes and supports Real Talk as well, but I'll find out. So let's move on. I want to talk about Cardi B, and when she says something about she asked her mother to pray for her. Now, I found that very interesting, right? Hold on. So it's Cardi B, mother, pray. All right, so here it is right here. I want to go to this. Very interesting. So let's do this. So what Cardi B said was, hold on. She feels demonic energy around her newborn child. Now, that's never good. That's not a good thing, right? So let's get into that where she said that. She said she basically what she's saying is she feels as though like somebody is trying to put a rook or might try to do something negative to her newborn or something negative to her to affect the newborn. And I mean, this is crazy. This is not good for her to feel, but let's get into this.
People and women and all this stuff.
We go back to the beginning.
I called my mom the other day to pray over me and my baby because I feel like a lot of weirdness has been coming out from people and women and all this stuff ever since I announced that I was pregnant. And it's funny because I know that y'all knew that I was pregnant because clearly everybody kind of figured that I was. But the negativity and the weirdness that people are bringing and putting, I told my mom, like, please pray for me and for the Lord to cover me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I got my Bible and everything, and of course, people pray for me all the time. But like, there's nothing like I personally believe nothing is nothing is as powerful as a mother's prayer. So I tell her to pray for me and pray for my baby because I feel like it's just like a lot of dark energy. And like when I say a lot of dark energy, there's a lot of weird bitches that like will wish you weird shit on your kid, like stillbirth, death, slowness. You know what I'm saying? So and
she said a lot of people wish things on your baby, and she named what I'm going to assume some people have wished on her. She said stillbirth, death, slowness, meaning autism or something like that. This is crazy. So some fans, and we don't have to speculate who this fan base or who the people that said this are fans of. We don't got to speculate. But she said they have wished stillbirth, death, slowness, some sort of special needs on her unborn child.
And I feel like people, and I feel that energy. I feel that. I feel people putting that on me. I don't know. Is it jealousy? I don't know what it is. It is what it is. I'm pregnant, baby. I can't get rid of it no more. Too far gone. So I don't know. I just feel it because it's just yeah, my fans know it though. Like there's just been a lot of like tension, and it's like, damn, the baby, the drama, and I've been.
And usually Cardi B, when she's talking, she's usually joking, laughing. This is bothering her. Like I'm used to Cardi B when she's talking, she's not laughing, she's not giggling, she's not joking. This is something that is very serious. This is something that's very serious. And witchcraft and hexes and stuff, that stuff exists. That stuff exists. This is not something she's making up. She's very serious about it. She is not laughing at all.
I've been pregnant a whole bunch of time, motherfuckers. I just feel like it's just too much negativity. But yeah, I ain't fucking with my mom prayer. Because one thing about my mom, she's like an angel on earth. So God do listen to my prayer, but like, I'm not like the most angelic person. Because I will tell you to dig somebody up if you piss me off. And I will tell you fuck you and your mom and your dad and everybody that you love, bitch. I will tell you that. But my mom, she's such a nice person that she would never do that. So I be telling my mom, like, pray for me, because like you're such a good person that I know that God hears you. You one of those people that God listens to first in line. So I just had like a weird feeling the other day, because it's been a lot of animosity from people. And I was like, Mom, pray for me and pray for my child.
Wow. So what Cardi B, right? What Cardi B is talking about. Hey, it's me. What Cardi B is talking about is women, Tasha K having people on her show, negatively talking about Stefan Diggs, trying to bring up some sort of assault, trying to say that Stefan Diggs is not just interested in women, but they're saying it as, I mean, if you're gay, you're gay, but they're not saying it like that. They're saying it like they're trying to use him being gay as a dig. No pun intended. Like, being gay in 2025 is no longer a dig. Like, isn't that like, aren't we like past that by now? But what they are trying to say is, but when you have gay men trying to act like they're straight. I don't ever remember that dude coming out saying, "Hey guys, I'm straight." No. So what do you mean he's trying to act like he's straight? But what she's referring to is like Tasha K coming out, bringing this dude on here, bringing him back 2 and 3 times, and then you got everybody's baby mama now. Now all of a sudden everybody's dating Stefan Diggs, and You got girls, trying to contact her and say, oh, they're also his baby mother. And then you had the people in the comments who say negative things and wish harm on Cardi B's baby. I mean, I've never seen Stan Wars like this. Not even back when it was Michael versus Prince, Backstreet versus NSYNC, Madonna versus Cyndi Lauper. Like, not even Bad Blood, not even Taylor Swift versus Katy Perry. I've never seen this much vitriol from fans. I mean, it's ridiculous. I believe her honestly, so I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Right? But and I know she's telling the truth because I've seen it online. I've seen it online. So people are going around. If you happen to see that, please, if you see people making comments like that, making death threats or saying or wishing death upon Cardi B's child or wishing death upon any celebrity's child, I don't care who it is. Even if Nicki Minaj, she got a son, people tend to bring that son up. If you see people wishing death on Nicki Minaj's son or Cardi B's child, report those accounts. Don't just do it for your fave. It's not right for anybody. I'm tired of people. I start calling people out. I'm tired of people bringing people's children into these fucking beasts. I'm tired of it. Leave these people's kids alone. Talk about them. That's the problem with this generation. Just no respect. This is why I don't mess with Gen Zs. This is why I don't mess with Gen Zs. I'm telling you, I keep myself in shape. I'm ready to punch a Gen Z in their face. Because I'm not going for that disrespect. The way they be disrespecting these old heads, these OGs, I'm telling you right now, I don't let Gen Z play in my face. I don't let Gen Z play in my face. Because I'm gonna make you I'm gonna make you call your daddy. Or your mom or boyfriend. Because I'm gonna whoop your ass. I don't give a damn how old you are. And I tell everybody that at my daughter's school. And none of y'all better not ever think about bullying my daughter. I don't give a damn how old you are. 11, 12, 13. I'll fight a 13-year-old. I'll fight a 13. If you feel as though you got the guts and the balls to talk shit to an adult, well, you got the guts and the balls to catch 5 in your jaw. Now, I'm going to make you call your daddy up there. Then I'm going to punch him in his jaw. Let's see what did Jocelyn say. Hold on, Jocelyn. Johnson said, I literally about to say it, but I have a 19-year-old. I wish she would. We have to do better with holding these kids accountable. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, but the disrespect that you see these kids having to these celebrities, I guess they figure, oh, they're never going to see me. And they hear people on the internet saying, oh, they're rich. That's what they sign up for. No, it ain't. I don't sign up for you to be calling my kids slow and calling my kid names. I didn't sign up for that. You're not going to be calling my child names and expect me just to eat it. Not going to happen. So definitely praying for Cardi B, man. Like that sort of stuff is just crazy. It's crazy. These fans need to get a grip. It's not that serious. You out here trying to crash out for somebody who don't even know you exist. But you want to crash out for them. Okay. See what Latrice said. I literally stepped away from the bars because the new Gen Z and some of my millennials are doing too much. I just can't do the fan base anymore. I stepped away from the cult energy. That's right. And just because you, Latrice, stepped away from the cult energy, that don't mean you got to stop supporting Nicki Minaj. Just, you know what? Support on your own. I don't get down with the Barbs, but I support Nicki Minaj on my own. I don't need them, right? I don't need to show them that I support or show them what I do because they're toxic. Not all of them, but we live in a majority rule world. The majority of the Barbs are idiots. Now, not the older ones that's been Barbs for probably their whole life, but this newer generation, I can't take them. And I don't mess with them because I know what I'm capable of. And I'm not going to mess with you. I'm not going to play with you. I'm not going to play with you. 14, 15, 16. I'm not going to play with you. If you are bold enough to come in my face, or you're bold enough, pause, or you're bold enough to say something negative about my kid or something like that, then you are bold enough to get punched in your jaw. You know you shouldn't be doing it. You know you shouldn't be saying it. So you that bold, you bold enough to get your jaw cracked. And then you can run tell your mama, run tell your daddy, run tell whoever you want. Tell them to come up here. And I'll tell them you need to teach your son better. You need to teach your son better. And he wouldn't have got his jaw cracked. I want to add the messy men as well. Capri Ross. Plus, we already know she's had demons around her personally. So, shout out and prayers up to Cardi B. I definitely wanted to talk about that. Now, Akbar, hold on. I want to talk about Akbar. That's Cardi's mom. She could definitely get it. Hey, Miss Beckelis. Cardi pregnant, taken, you single. I don't think she with Cardi daddy no more. She's single. Hey. All right now. I see what you done. I see what you produced. Shit. Mixtape vibe next hour. We're gonna get into Nicki Minaj. We got something interesting that I need to go into. All right. Onika. Let's see. Look at here. She'll get taken down, boy. I see, yo. Look at her. Okay, Miss Beckelis. Okay, so let's go into this. Did Cardi B talk to Akbar and they pieced it up? Now remember, at our last time we were here, Akbar was saying, I know you don't want me to get in the booth. And I was like, Akbar, ain't nobody talking about you, sis. But then remember Akbar put this. She said, am I getting dissed on the record? I want to know before I go to the studio. And I'm saying this with gratitude. I just woke up to DMs. I just want to know, am I getting dissed? Right? Now, hold on. I could have sworn that I heard Cardi B and Akbar had a phone call. I heard Cardi B and Akbar had a phone call, and Cardi B explained to Akbar that she was not dissing her, and then Akbar said they were cool. That's what I heard. Can I make the screen bigger? Okay. Okay, I'll do that. Hold on. All right. Now you should be able to see it. That's better, right? Right. They're not cool, right? They're not cool. I didn't mean that. Okay, great. They're not cool, but there's no beef. We'll put it like that. So I didn't mean to say, you're right, they're not cool. But there's also no beef, right? So then, hold on. Then did she also get on the phone with JT, or is that a rumor? Hold on a minute. If she did, I know Coffee City's little fine ass done said something about it. So hold on a minute. If they made up, Coffee City little fine ass done said something. Hold on. Because now I'm hearing that she also got on the phone with JT. Let me see. Let me see if this is true. Hold down. Cardi B denies this and Alpha. They talked it out. No beef. Okay, so she did talk about that. So now she did not get on the phone with JT. So let's see. Okay. When? Never heard that. Okay, you know, they reported Coffee City, you know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Coffee City, you know she reported, hey guys, welcome to Coffee City. Oh Lord, can't we all just get along? Oh, I'd like to get along. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop being a pig. Okay. So let's go into this. Let me stop being an oink oink, sexy 60. So we're gonna go to Coffee City. I'm gonna check in with him. Shout out to Coffee City. If you're not following, if you're not subscribed to Coffee City,
second week of freshman year, I had to
please
get glasses. As you can imagine, to be a fighter pilot, you have to have beyond perfect vision, right? So that was never going to happen. I'd be a terrible pilot, dude. I would have missed both.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee City. As you all know, I have been reporting today about the record that Cardi B did with Young Thug, where she mentioned someone getting beat up by their man and someone paying for all the trips that they take with their men. And I told you guys that a lot of people kept saying it was about Nicki Minaj, okay? But the fans started saying, well, Akbar is on Instagram saying it's about her. I told you guys that Cardi B had made a statement saying she didn't know Akbar V still existed or something like that. She didn't put a name to it, but the fans knew who she was talking about. So technically that this was not about Akbar V. But a lot of people kept saying she's talking about Akbar V. Okay, well, fast forward. Shout out to Live Bites. They posted what Akbar said, when she was saying, I hope this is not about me. If it is, let me know, trying to confront Cardi B, letting Cardi B know if you're talking about me, let me know so I can, make a diss about you as well. They posted this couple of hours ago. Now, 2 hours ago, Akbar commented under that post. She said, I talked to Cardi B. Let's stop with the narrative. She not dissing me. 100. And I'm not about to let nobody drag me into anything. If I had a conversation, y'all can talk about something else. Okay? So Akbar is saying she talked to Cardi B, and Cardi B told her that she's not talking about her. Oh my goodness, this is a big deal because you guys know Akbar V and Cardi B has been dragging each other in the past. So the fact that now they're cool is crazy. Don't get me wrong, it's a good thing, but this is shocking, okay? This is shocking. Someone commented saying, you want to be her friend so bad. And another person said, honey, you made the narrative. And Akbar B commented, she said, no, you weirdos did. And we aren't friends. So she's letting it be known that they're not friends, but they talk behind the scenes and all is well. Cardi B told her she wasn't dissing her. Akbar and Cardi B are okay. Okay, they aren't friends, but there is no beef there, which is a good thing. Let me know your thoughts about this. Please hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
I'll see you in the next video, Coffee. Yes, I will. See you in your next video, Coffee. All right. So Coffee City says that Akbar tweeted that it's all good between.
If you're watching this, I want to be very direct with you. You have less than 24 hours. That's how long this window stays open. No extensions, no second chances.
Not a beef, but they're okay. What do you mean, Lord, I'm about to shut my mouth? What do you mean, little cheese? Capri said it ain't tricking if you got it. Oh, Pam. That's all I need to say. So, what's up, young Milwaukee? Coffee City still doing it. They try running off. Yeah, they tried running Coffee off, and when she first started, she was like, "Man, I'm not going through this," but she stuck it out. So good for her. Good, she stuck it out. She found her little niche, right? Reporting on. It used to be reporting on YouTube, but then YouTubers started getting on her nerves and telling her, "Don't report on them." So she still reports on them, but. What's up, Aaron? What's up? Hey, it's me. So, Pam's in the building. So, that's it for that. We're gonna move on. So it looks like she did tell Akbar everything was cool, and Akbar said. Not everything was cool. Like there's no beef, but of course they're not friends, right? Which that is fine. That is fine. Let's jump in real quick to Doja Cat. Doja. Let's hop into Doja Cat real quick. Doja, what's going on, Doja? So, shout out to his executive. I guess they call like executive media or something like that. And they love Doja Cat, right? Doja Cat is their one. Shout out to Cuban Sagara. Like she's another one who loves Doja Cat. So when Doja Cat's album first dropped, they were like, yeah, Doja Cat about to show y'all how to do it and this, that, and the third, right? But now executive, I guess it's called like executive media or what have you, who covers Doja Cat, they are reporting after one day, the same thing what happened to Cardi B. They're reporting that Doja Cat's album is on pace to sell about 70,000. What up, King Ray? Reported from Armand. But ain't it crazy? Yeah, the diss, I believe it was about Nicki too. I never thought it was about Akbar. How many pure sales for Cardi? I'm gonna say somewhere around 100K. That's what I'm gonna say. BB. I'm saying somewhere around 100K. Now, she's saying Doja and Cardi fans fighting over whose album flopped harder. This Dr. Mirage. There's always got to be somebody with Mirage in their last name. I don't know what you talk about, sir or ma'am, because Cardi B's album didn't flop, sir. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B's album did not flop because it was originally projected to do 125. All right. So let me try to find let's see. Doja Cat. Let's try to see what those numbers, what people are saying the numbers look like. And then we're going to get into Doja Cat and see at this point in her career, and debut against Cardi B's chart lead. So Doja Cat's V scores 12.95 Spotify streams in debut day against Cardi B's chart lead. So let's see. I'm trying to find where they said, right? So executive media, shout out to EM Media. So they put Cardi B's Am I the Drama is now challenging to spend 2 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard 200 due to increased digital sales and streaming activity, blocking Doja Cat. Now, this page is a Doja Cat page, right? EM is a Doja Cat fan page, and they cover everything about Doja Cat's numbers and everything, right? So let's see. Let me find that article. Come on, come on. So I believe that she said Doja Cat was stated to sell about 70,000. About 70,000. Doja Cat falling on Spotify. Nicki Minaj going to court on Halloween and announcing album 6 months early. Megan Thee Stallion resting. Ice Spice not charting. I'm trying to see, man, where is Jay-Z's mom turned 100 years old. Shout out to her. Doja Cat and her fans humiliated. Doja Cat fans have now deactivated their accounts again, just like they did during the beginning of the Scarlet era. So there's a lot of people deactivating their accounts. Wow. So I was told that Doja Cat was going to wash Cardi B's numbers. I can't find that post. Here it is right here. Doja Cat's Vi is now predicted. Let's see. Let's make this bigger. Here's the post I was looking for, guys. So here you go, chat. This is what I'm looking for. Doja Cat's Vi or V, whatever it's called, is now predicted to debut at number 8 on next week's Billboard. Number 8 with 71.5 first week sales. Oh man. Damn. 71,000? That's it? But then again, we have to remember, it is only Saturday. The song has only been out 24 hours. So we got to pipe down. Got to pipe down a little bit now. Got to pipe down. And this will be her third highest debut because remember, Planet Her debuted at 109 and Scarlet, her rap album, was 72. You know, wow. Doja Cat, wait a minute. Doja Cat album projections. Now, is that album? Now, we are now talking, what is this? Doja Cat's 4th or 5th album, right? So, chat, if Doja Cat does 72,000, what's up, Gigi? Chat, if Doja Cat does 72,000, is this album a flop? Well, let's okay. They're saying 71 right now, but it's only 2 days. If this album does 80K, 80,000 first week, would you consider it a flop? 80,000. Keeping in mind that Offset's album, not this one that just passed, Offset's album a couple of years ago when he was still with Cardi B did 80,000. So, would you consider Doja Cat's album a flop? The last one, Pam, My Love, did 72K. That's what Scarlet did. Now, if this had been Scarlet was her first rap album, and I think 72K on her first all-rap album was fine. But now this is your second or third full pop album. And you're supposed to be displaying a new sound and you're back to pop music. And for you to only do 70, but like 80,000, man. If she could get it to 100, I'll say no. If she could get it to 100K, I'll say no. I don't know. What's one, Doja? Antonio said, heavens. So again, do you think 205 for Cardi B is not the final projection? They still not add her meet and greet physical sales with that. So Antonio, what I said was, I think I'm gonna give or take another 10, 15K at tops. So I said the lowest 215, the highest 220. That's what I think. But that's just an opinion. So I do think it's going to be more than 205 because they were saying 205 3 days ago. So I'm going to give her 10 to 15 more K. So I'm saying between 215 and 220. That's what I think. But we'll see if she comes out with more than that. I mean, it's not impossible, right? I think that'd be good. I think it would be great for the culture if she did 250. I think it'd be great for the culture if she did 250. Because you know when Nicki Minaj dropped in April, especially if Cardi B did 250, Nicki's gonna be coming back with guns a-blazing. And then maybe we can finally see another rap album do 300K. It's been a long time. Right? But I'm thinking maybe between 215 and 220 for the final number. We'll see. If Doja Cat, if this was Doja Cat's rap album and she did 80K, I would say amazing, because no one's used to her doing a rap album. But this is now her second pop album, coming off Planet Her, and she's going to do 70K. The final number would be 250. Okay. If meet and greets weren't added, then the final number would be 250. So Gigi said, I think Cardi got more of the general population's attention because of her rollout. I would agree. Let's see what he said. I agree. Antonio. What did Antonio say? Pam said March 27, 2026. I said one. I couldn't. Well, Pam, listen. You and I. Let's say maybe I was pillow talking to you, or you were pillow talking to me, because I said the same number. But I already admitted I was wrong. I said I'm be honest with you. I said, if not that I didn't trust Cardi B, but I'm gonna be dead honest. I didn't trust her fan base. I didn't trust her fan base. And I stand corrected. I apologize to Barty Gang, because I never had a doubt in Cardi B's work ethic. The next is personal. Change her ID. I'm telling you. I told you, Darius, I forgot to do that members only. I got to do that members only, because I got some information about this album, or plans on this album. I already apologized to them for saying 185, because I strictly did not believe that they were capable, because they showed me no signs of them being capable. You know, the last songs that Cardi B was putting out, none of the songs were going top 5. None of the songs were number 1. So I was like, okay, Barty Gang just doing a bunch of talking and no walking. But they showed me that they got to over towards the case, and I give them their props. It was way more than the 185 that I said. Now, like I said, I reviewed the Doja Cat album. I gave it a 6.5. Like, I was not that impressed with it. It was solid, I guess. But it's like I already got Christina Carpenter. I already got oh girl, what's the dancing chick, Tate McRae. Like, I didn't need this Doja Cat album. I needed Planet Her to the Second Power Doja Cat. Right? I needed a SZA type Doja Cat album. I needed a Janae Aiko type Doja Cat album. That's the type of album I wanted. A hip hop pop album. But she tried to give me a Sabrina Carpenter / Beyonce. I saw some of Cardi's performances. To Be Pregnant, she performed very well. And I didn't really see her stumbling Over so now, and now for her to be doing songs, she's doing her new songs. I hope she's totally got those old songs out of her head, so she can concentrate on doing the new songs and spitting all the verses correctly. And so far, so good from her performance. What happened to Janae? Is she blackballed? No, she's just dickmatized. No, she's just dickmatized. She's not blackballed. Hold on, I have to go get something to drink, y'all. So we're going to go to this little commercial break. Right? Go to a little commercial break. Hold on. Let me find something for y'all. I just got to get something to drink real quick. Hold on. I don't know. Y'all gonna watch my mother effing video tonight. You heard me. I should make you guys watch my daughters. I should make you guys watch my daughter's reaction. Hold on. Hold on. Because we're going to finish up with Doja Cat, and then we're going to get into this conversation that was sparked by Elliot Wilson and then picked up by Ray Daniels. Now, the funny thing is, Ray Daniels is known as the Nicki Minaj guy. And, of course, Elliot Wilson, Nicki Minaj and him no longer get along. So, let's see. It's interesting. I don't know if I can play that, so hold on. I'll let y'all watch this while I get something to drink. Okay? Hold on, guys. Boom. Antonio Blood over Nicki Minaj trying to steal Cardi B's shine by announcing her album 6 months out. We're gonna get it. Y'all are crazy. Hold on. Let me find so y'all can watch this, please. Oh, there's my little content creator. Okay, hold on. If y'all are not following, or if y'all not subbed to my little Munchkins page, please go do that. Okay. Let's to this. I'll be right back, guys. Let me get something to drink real quick.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's me, Patience is a Virtue. So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to Moment for Life by Nicki Minaj featuring Drake. So I'm really excited to react to this video. This is my first ever Nicki Minaj song. Before I even get started, thank you for all the love and support. And make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe with all your loved ones so they can come to my page. Let's start.
Well, how does it feel? What are you doing here, godmother? Take it all in. Pause. I don't know. I just feel like tonight is going to be amazing.
What I noticed in this video so far, it reminds me of Cinderella, and I love how she's like playing the godmother and she's just playing Cinderella, and I love it. So it's so cute. And let's keep watching the video.
It will be, darling. You know, it's going to be a dream. Listen to me, Nicki. These kinds of nights are usually fleeting, and usually they end at midnight. What? My fairy godmother senses tell me that you may have this moment for life. Really? I know so, darling. I don't want you to worry about anything, darling. Well, where's Roman, godmother? I know you brought him. Where is he? Oh, darling, don't you start worrying about Roman, darling. Listen, he's off to boarding school, by the way. Him and Slim Shady. What? They were wreaking havoc over the industry, darling. Oh, Roman. Never mind. It's all about you, isn't it, darling? I love you. I know, Nicki. Just have your moment to laugh. Oh, and Nicki. Yes, godmother? Pause. What? It's Martha. What? It's Martha. You are crazy, godmother. I love you.
I did not see Drake without a beard, and his hair is so much shorter now, and he looks so young. So I don't know if he's gonna be rapping or the video or singing, or is he just gonna be in the background or just gonna be dancing. I don't know. Let's see.
Moment will be syndicated, I don't know. This night just remind me of everything they deprived me of. In this moment, I just feel so alive. Alive. I wish that I could have this moment alive.
So if you guys want to see the rest of that, if you want to see the rest of that video reaction, you can go to her channel, which is Patience is the Virtue. Well, it's actually Patience CTV. All right. And that was her first time. Remember, for her 11th birthday, that is when I allowed her to go on YouTube for the first time. So that's why she's doing these reactions. And that was her first time seeing a Nicki Minaj video, so she was really hype. And she likes Drake anyway. So she's like, oh, okay, there's some more, but I'm trying to find. So maybe you guys can go in the comments and send her some Nicki Minaj videos that she can react to, because I was going to let her do Starships, but Starships, she was kind of like in a bikini and she was doing the booty thing. I think that's a little too much for Patience. But Moment for Life was perfect. There wasn't nothing really, it had a clean version, so there wasn't any profanity, and then she wasn't doing the booty thing. So Starships, I almost let her react to Starships, but she was in a bikini a little bit, and then the other one, Super Bass, got too many little slick curse words or whatever. So we'll have to see what we can get her to react to. So let's go to this. Hold on. So maybe Your Love. Yeah, maybe Your Love. Now she wants to react to, because she has heard a Nicki song before, but the song that she loves, because I had a clean version of it, was Fergie and Nicki's song. She absolutely loves that song. She loved that song since she's a little baby. I can understand. She loved that song, but she would be reacting to the audio because the video version isn't clean. All right, so but she, after that video, she's like, "Oh my God, I love Nicki Minaj." Beauty and the Beat with Justin Bieber. Oh, that's the one, Justin Bieber, right? Yeah. I might be able to do that. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, Sexy 60, she really enjoyed it. Like, she was talking about, and then on top of that, I'm kind of starting to let her do them on her own now. So this was only her second video on her own. The other ones had me in it. I was kind of like guiding her, but I'm trying to get off camera and let her do her own thing, right? So that was like her first, she said, va 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 voom. Yeah, she loves You Already Know. Okay, so, and she hasn't heard many Nicki songs. Like, she's only heard that one. And when she was little, because she couldn't really understand, she used to hear Motorsport, and she used to just say, "Watch your man. You should watch your mouth," because she turned it around to like her and her little bestie, KK, who she's like been knowing since she's like 4 years old. They used to be like taking their little dolls, going, "Watch dolls. You should watch." You know what I mean? Like they changed it to like, "Watch your dolls. You should watch your toys." Or something like that. I don't really remember. All right, let's go. Let's get into the topic of the night. All right. So, and I'll show you where this came up at. Right. I'll show you where this came up at. Let's go to replies. So, it started with Elliot Wilson. Hey, Young Miami. You got Young Miami here. You got Young Milwaukee in the chat. I'm doing all right. My two favorite Youngs. Young Miami. I got Young Milwaukee in the chat. Right? So let's go into what Ray Daniels said about, well, it was actually Elliot Wilson first, right? Elliot Wilson first. He made a comment. Smash the like button. Yes, please. Smash the like button, guys. Push this video through the algorithm. So shout out to my boy Jay Nolan, because he did this video Hold on. Jay Nolan kind of covered this video, right? And what it was Elliot Wilson made a comment, and the whole internet just went berserk. So as we all know, Elliot Wilson did interview Nicki Minaj back in the day, mid-2000s or whatever. And he had one of the bigger Nicki Minaj interviews. But Elliot Wilson came out and said Cardi B makes better albums than Nicki Minaj. Now, somebody asked him to explain it, and he explained it. So we're going to get to what Elliot Wilson said, right? I was already watching it, but we're going to get to what this dude said. All right. So this is Jay Nolan.
These larger publications, journalists, or
really
podcasters that are willing to stand on this. But I think the tide is shifting, and I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get into the conversation from the bigger picture in which this statement was boldly put out there.
I'm in alignment with that thought process. It could be 2 or 3. Yeah. Okay. Let me take it further. Then you ready for me to take it further?
Okay. You take it further.
She doesn't like me anymore. This is just a she, so you know it's not Drake.
Yes.
Nicki Minaj.
Yes.
I believe I love Nicki. I still think Nicki's the GOAT for her accomplishments in hip hop.
Yes.
I consider her the GOAT. But with all respect to the pioneer female MCs that came before her. Cardi is showing her greatness. Cardi makes better albums than Nicki Minaj. Both these albums are better than any album Nicki Minaj has ever done. They're both classic albums to me. This is the level she's at. So to me, she's solidified.
So hold on. We're going to stop right there and let's unpack that statement. So Elliot puts out there that Nicki doesn't like him anymore. We all know what happened in their relationship, and Nicki was talking about, oh, you're 55 or you're 50, whatever she was saying online. They got into the back and forth. And you're sucking Jay's, you know what, you're in it for Jay-Z, this and that, right? So now he says that Cardi's showed her greatness with these 2 albums, which I agree. And he said these 2 albums are classics, which I agree. And he said these 2 albums are better than any 2 albums than any album Nicki Minaj has. Now, I don't know if I'd go. I don't know if I'd go that far. I can argue that the Pink Print is a better album than Invasion of Privacy. I could argue that Roman Reloaded. Now that Nicki has what, 5 albums? So Nicki has 5 albums, yeah, and there are some albums that Cardi B's albums are better than. Everyone looks at Invasion of Privacy. I think this album that she just put out is better than Invasion of Privacy. Because like I said, she rapped better. The songs sound better. She is more experienced. So to me, this album is better. It's not going to sell like Invasion of Privacy. Sounds better. But the Pink Print was very good. Queen was very good. So yeah, when I do say yes, there are some of her 5 Cardi B's albums are better than, but I can't say that this album she has put out or Invasion of Privacy is as good as the Pink Print. Let's see what else he said. Y'all put down in the comments if you agree.
By her spot as being also, to me, number 2 greatest underneath Nicki right now of all time. That's how good I think her albums are. I think Nicki.
Now, he said he thinks Cardi B is number 2 greatest of all time under Nicki. That's where I draw the line. That's where I draw the line. You just cannot put Cardi B over Missy Elliott. You just can't do it. Not with 2 albums. You cannot. You can't put Cardi B over Lil' Kim. You see, this is where I get fed up and frustrated with Elliot. Because are you saying that, because of the albums I put her at number 2, so are you saying that her 2 albums were better than Lil' Kim's albums too? Or the Miseducation? Or you saying you're going to probably say Lauryn Hill only got 1 album and that album wasn't all the way rap? You're putting her ahead of MC Lyte, and that's where I kind of draw the line. I don't have Cardi B as the 2nd greatest female rapper ever because I don't even have her on the Mount Rushmore. So if you're not on the Mount Rushmore, how can you be the 2nd greatest rapper ever? Ugh. And again, yes, as far as charts-wise go and number 1s, but the thing is, I don't make my charts or judge my female rappers based on how many number 1s on the pop charts they got. I base mine on how many number 1s they got on the rap charts. Now, Cardi still got 4 or 5 number 1s on the rap charts, right? So she still got the most, I believe. But I don't know. I can't put her the 2nd best rapper of female of all time. That's a lot.
Nicki's the GOAT for her accomplishments in hip hop. Yes. I consider her the GOAT. With all respect to the pioneer female MCs that came before her. Cardi is showing her greatness. Cardi makes better albums than Nicki Minaj. Both these albums are better than any album Nicki Minaj has ever done. They're both classic albums to me. This is the level she's at. So to me, she solidified her spot as being also, to me, number 2 greatest underneath Nicki right now of all time. That's how good I think her albums are. I think Nicki's made good albums, but these are both great albums. And Invasion of Privacy is all nothing but hits. But I think the people that do like I heard the same thing people saying to me is like people that like this more than that is that she's actually a better rapper now. She's rapping better. Her delivery's better. That's what I said. She's got more confidence. Like the records were gifted to her in that sense, but this record, she's making it her beat. Even the production is very, it's a lot of no-name producers and the production is very consistent and it's kind of very like, how do I describe it? Like in the backdrop where her voice always kind of hits above the music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more about her energy. Presence, her energy carries every song. And I think with that, again, I think both albums are going to end up being viewed as classic albums to me.
But I really hate that now I have to make this a Nicki Cardi thing because I did not want to say before I even got my opinion.
Jeremy pushes back.
Okay. So two things.
No, you go to the first point. You
No. I'll defend that first because the Pink Print is better than both of Cardi's albums. I will say that, and I love both Cardi albums, but the Pink Print is a classic. It is.
What did I just say?
I will stand on that.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Did I not just say that?
I 100% will stand on that. I didn't love some Nicki albums, but the Pink Print
I think Pink Print is my favorite Nicki album. I will go listen to the Pink Print again
because it has everything else you'd want. It has hits, it has emotion, it has narrative, it has rapping at a high level, it has great features, like everything you'd want.
So you think Pink Print is better than both Cardi albums?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. I like that.
Yes.
I may not agree, but I like.
You like Anaconda?
No, that is my skip. That is my skip.
That's her.
Hate Anaconda.
Outside.
That's Anaconda is my skip.
That was the first single, right?
Yes.
Yeah. No, but that's my favorite Nicki album, the Pink Print. But I didn't view it as good as Invasion of Privacy or this new Cardi album.
Was Anaconda on there?
Is that Anaconda?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yes. That was first single.
And I also won't say I won't go as far as you guys said. I still have Chance and Jid above this Cardi album.
Chance and Jid?
Yes, both.
You got Cardi at 4.
I got Cardi at 4.
And Freddie Gibbs and ALC at 5?
Probably
all right.
Gibbs. I have Saba up there. I have to go through my list. On
Patreon now without no extra software. So I want to put Invasion of Privacy versus the Pink Print. And I want to put Am I the Drama versus Pink Friday 2, since that's the last one that Nicki dropped.
Yeah, Am I the Drama is a better album.
And I'm going to listen to all 4 albums.
So that I can tell you right
Patreon.
now.
And I'm a document.
Pink Print versus Invasion of Privacy. I got the Pink Print. Am I the Drama versus PF2. I got Am I the Drama. That's plain and simple. So if he does this, I don't even really got to watch it because I just listened to the Pink Print like 5 days ago. So I already know what I'm selling. Pink Print versus Invasion of Privacy. I'm taking the Pink Print. But Am I the Drama versus PF2? I'm taking Am I the Drama. Better album. Right? The Pink Print and Invasion of Privacy is going to end up a lot closer than Am I the Drama and PF2. I know Nicki said PF2 is her favorite album. I think she was capping just because she wanted people to buy the album. I don't think PF2 is her favorite album. I can't see how it is. But hell, maybe it is. But those two, you're going to split the baby on those two. Because Pink, to me, in the end, Pink Print has more on it, to me, than Invasion of Privacy. But again, Am I the Drama? She sound much more polished, confidence, less features. You know what I mean? So I like Am I the Drama. But Pink Print is that is a good album. That's a good album. It's not my favorite Nicki. My favorite Nicki album is Queen. Right? But the Pink Print, a lot of people think is her best album, quality-wise.
Which songs I like from each project, and I'm going to deduce whose albums have more likable songs for me out of the 4 albums. And I'm going to be brutally honest on both sides. You know what I'm saying? I've been brutally honest anyway on my channel, Y'all know the songs that I'm not fond of from Am I the Drama? My opinion of those records has not changed. So I haven't listened to Invasion of Privacy in a while. It'll be a nice refresher course. I haven't listened to The Pink Print in a very long time. Well, I ain't gonna say a very long time because I remember revisiting Nicki's whole discography sometime last year. But and that's why I say I really don't like her albums, because I went back and listened to them to be like, you know what? Let me be real. Let me just listen to all her shit straight through. And I was like, yeah, I really don't like her albums.
Now, again, when me personally, a lot of people look at Queen's numbers and they let that determine how good of an album it was. So that's why when you ask a lot of Barbs, what's Nicki's best album, a lot of them are gonna say the one that sold the most. They're gonna say, oh, Pink Friday or the Pink Print, because they sold more than Queen. Hardly anybody ever says Queen. But when you listen to Queen, if you talk about quality, to me, she was in her prime. She was in the hate era, so she was rapping like she knew that she was going through the hate train. Nicki was rapping for her life on that album. That's why I love it. She was rapping desperate. She was rapping aggressive. She was rapping for her life on that album. All of the songs were bar heavy. Come on, LLC, Hard White. Man. Good Form. The song she started off with, Ganja Burn. Yeah, I don't know what y'all smoking. That album was fire. That album was fire. And the Pink Print is the one that's mostly known by everybody. It's kind of like Drake, right? It's kind of like Drake. And when people say, oh, what's his best album? Most people say, what's that song? That album he was singing most of the songs? They were like, oh, they either say that or Views, right? What's that album for Drake? Not Never with Nothing Was the Same. No, not Nothing Was the Same. The album, no, not Views. It was the one that had Marvin's Room on it. No, that's what. No, a lot of people like, if you're reading this, it's too late. Take Care. Thank you, Aaron. So a lot of people, if you ask them what's Drake's best album or what's Drake's classic, a lot of them will say Take Care. But to me, Drake, my favorite Drake album is the one he was doing all the rapping on. The album that had You Fancy, Huh? You Fancy, Huh? And tell me what's really going on. Tracy up in this thing, whatever happening. Oh, my mother see I'm on the back of man. I'm on my phone like a scratching wind. Worthy, kind of like. To me, that's the best Drake album, because that's the one that had most of the rapping on it. That's the album that had all the rapping on it. So to me, that's my favorite Drake album. Like, yeah, Views was cool. views and everybody likes Nothing Was the Same. But then I think Nothing Was the Same was to me probably his most complete album. A lot of people like If You're Reading This, but then that's the album that the Ghostwriter stuff came out on. If You're Reading This Too Late is the album that Quentin Miller was on. Scorpion was a good album too. But Scorpion's whole second side I really never listened to. Thank Me Later. Thank you. Thank you. Thank Me Later. That to me is the best one. He had the song with Jeezy on there. He had You Fancy, Huh? Are You Fancy, Huh? He had Fireworks on there. That album was fire. He was rapping on that album. Right? He was doing most of his rapping on that album. Now, Scorpion's first side, if the second side was like the first side, that would have been his best album, Scorpion. But that whole second side was full of slow songs that he was dedicating to that chick from the UK that broke his heart. Yeah, Thank Me Later. She said, I still got PSD from that era. LLC with My Ish and Ganja Burn. Ganja Burn, I'm telling you right now, I did not need her singing part on Ganja Burn. All I needed was them verses. If she just would have just gave me verses on that beat, I would have been satisfied. So the question is, so let me go to Ray Daniels. Let me go to what Ray Daniels said, right? Hold on. Let me go to what Ray Daniels said. All right. So now Ray Daniels came, right? And he came and piggybacked off of that. Now, everybody knows Ray Daniels as a guy. Everybody calls him like Nicki Clit Sucker and Nicki D Sucker. He's known as the Cardi B fans are saying, oh, you don't like Cardi B and another, right? Oh, you just don't like Cardi. So let's go to what. So Ray Daniels saw what Elliot said, and he said,
I'm being honest with you,
Cardi thing 2 years ago, and nobody said anything. He said, I made the same exact take 2 years ago. So here's Ray Daniels, who a lot of people call the Nicki Minaj clit sucker and all this other stuff, right? So when he said this, they was a little shocked because, they're used to him being all about Nicki Minaj. So let's go over what he said.
I'm being honest with you, Cardi makes, I hate to say this, more impactful music. Okay, Nicki is a ill rapper, and rapping is not always about the best song. It's about being the illest with words. Cardi makes great songs. She made an album of perfected hits. There's a difference when you go in the room as Hove and you make a song like Allure, and then you make a song like Empire State of Mind. When you make Empire State of Mind, you know you aiming for the sky. When you make Allure, you know you aiming for your audience. So all I'm saying is that Nicki doesn't always aim for the sky because she's a real MC. I don't think Cardi B has ever referred to herself as an MC. Please, she's an entertainer and she's making the best songs, and it's showing because Rhythmic Charts is acknowledging it.
So, according to Ray Daniels, who he was co-signing what Elliot Wilson said. And he said, oh, I agree because I said that 2 years ago. But what Elliot Wilson said and what Ray Daniels said is a little bit different. And I think what Ray Daniels said is probably a little bit more insulting and offensive. Because what do you mean? And everybody knows I love Cardi B. Music. I love Cardi B's music. I don't know her personally. I love Cardi B's music. But what do you mean she makes more impactful music than Nicki Minaj? That's a very dangerous word to use because more impactful to who? You know what I'm saying? Like, more impactful to who? I can take what Elliot said a little bit better because he just said, oh, she makes better albums. Okay, cool. But you're saying she makes more impactful music. Well, more impactful to who? More impactful to who? I mean, those words are dangerous to me, and you know that's gonna get him cussed out because Nicki Minaj has made. I'm sure. You want to see impactful? You ever see them? You ever see those little girls? And I know people try to say that was a setup, that was staged, or whatever, right? But you ever see them two little English girls from England? And she was in love with Nicki Minaj. And she got a chance to meet Nicki Minaj on Ellen. And do you see the way that little girl acted when she met Nicki Minaj? And she knew Super Bass back and forth. I think at the time she was like 5 or 6 years old. And that you're gonna say that's not impactful? I mean, I think that's a little harsh. You know, if you want to say, what song did Cardi B make that had that sort of impact? You know what I mean? Like, okay, Bodak Yellow's a great song. If Bodak Yellow make the impact that, let's say, Moment for Life or impacting who? You mean, does he just mean she feels as though she had more impact in the club? You might be right. Cardi B's records did impact the clubs more than Nicki Minaj's. Because she had what they call a lot of turn-up records or whatever. But like I said, man, I seen two little girls shaking. Oh my God, Nicki Minaj. And knew all the words. And they wasn't even from America. So I disagree with unless he's going to tell me what he means by impact. Right? If you want to say she makes better albums, I get it. But Nicki Minaj, his songs, number one, she was making records before Cardi was even here. So I don't understand that part. I don't understand that. And I'm going to be fair. Like I said, I'm going to be fair around the board because, like I said, I like Cardi B. But and I already said about her albums. I like her albums. But I can't say that Cardi B makes more impactful music than Nicki Minaj. If you want to say, does she make better music? Hey, that's right now she is, yes. Right now she's making better music. Now, if she had been around in 2014, 2013, I don't know if I'd be able to say that, but she wasn't. So we can only go by what we've seen, right? My family in the UK knows Nicki. My family in Africa knows Nicki. The Brazilians love Nicki. South Africans love Nicki. People in Japan know Nicki, and she's global. Bullshit. WAP, I know, temporary. But WAP. Now, WAP was huge. Now, WAP did have a big impact. But was it a positive impact? You know what I'm saying? Like, WAP had a lot of people writing think pieces saying, what are they doing playing that during the election? You know, wet ass Punani. Ugh. Yes, it had a big impact, but was it a positive impact? That's the thing. Was it a positive impact? Right? But WAP was huge, yes. So, as far as does she make more impactful music, I can't say that because it really depends on what you consider impactful. Right this very moment, if you ask me who's making better music, right from because they're both active, judging from what you've heard from Cardi B and what you've heard from Nicki Minaj since 2017. In my opinion, and I know a lot of people will agree, and Barbs will agree, but they just won't admit it. Since 2017, we're talking albums and singles. Albums and singles. So Cardi's put out 2 albums since 2017. Nicki's put out Queen, Pitcher, 2 albums. And they both put out a bunch of singles and collabs. To me, Cardi B's had more moments since 2017. And the records that she's put out, in my opinion, the records that Cardi B has put out has been better to me. Better for the times, better for the moment, better for the jump. To me, she's put out better music. I've liked more Cardi B songs since 2017 than Nicki Minaj songs, including collaborations. Like Cardi has shined in collaborations. The Glorilla was a moment. Put It on the Floor 2 was a moment. Wild Side was a moment. Should have been bigger. WAP was a moment. Like, she's had a lot of great moments. And then when you take Nicki's collab, you know, the Queen remix should have been a moment if she would have put the right people on there. Of course, she had Super Freaky Girl, the Super Freaky Girl moment. People like to say FTCU was a moment. They made that way bigger than what it was. Like, to me, that record was not all that. And I think they were just trying to find it hard to trying hard to make that record like this big sensation or this big TikTok hit. Like, it wasn't that. She had a bigger moment with on TikTok with the pose than she did with that song. They both put the trap song out. I mean, that whole song wasn't Cardi, and Nicki's trap song was her by herself. So I get it. If you want to give Nicki the nod, I wouldn't, you know, I guess. But I'm not going to put her over Nicki Minaj as a whole. In its totality, I can't put her over Nicki Minaj. I just can't do it. But if you're going to tell me who right now is making better music, I would say, in my opinion, Cardi B. Cardi B, in my opinion. A lot of Nicki's music as of late, it's like, I don't know whether she needs to change her producer or what, but it's starting to sound dated and it's starting to sound stagnant. And like Queen had a little bit of everything on it. It was way, Queen was polished. So I'm getting tired now. We'll see, guys. Y'all can leave down in the comments and also in the replay comments what y'all think. Who's making better music right now, Nicki Minaj or Cardi B, or who makes more impactful music? I don't know who, I'm not even going to speak on that. But if you want to support the channel, it's $Heaven Hollywood. We're going to be back tomorrow, y'all, with another live tomorrow, 11 p.m. And we'll see if we got other stuff to talk about. I want to thank everybody. Jamina, YNDE, Mimi, Pam, who else? All my people's in here tonight. YNDE, that's my cue. Aaron, that's my G. Aaron, hey, it's me. Darius, Barbie Dangerous, he said. That's my cue. Jamina, of course. Antonio in the building. Jocelyn, as always. If I missed anybody, it was not on purpose. Said Antonio, Sexy 60, Aaron, Jocelyn, Latrice, Darius, BB, the other Darius, Mimi, Jamina, who else? Jocelyn, Aaron, did I miss anybody? If I missed anybody, it wasn't on purpose. We'll get y'all next time. Pam. All right, man. I think it was when she first came, I think it was Candace in the beginning. I don't think she got a chance to come back, but Candace, thank you for checking in first. Right. All right, y'all, man. I'll check y'all later. I'm getting tired. But we'll be back tomorrow night, 11 p.m. I love y'all. Peace. Have a good night.